just finally, Didi, before I let you and Liam go, I'd like to ask both of you, actually. I'll ask you, Didi, at his best, when was Ozil at his best, in your view? Or was he always on the periphery of games, not really getting involved?
I think he was for a period of 5 or 6 years when he played for Real Madrid, and when he played for Arsenal when he first came here. I think at times he was knocking on the door to be world class.
Yes.
But I don't think he ever went through the door. And I think he's always been a player who's been in and out of games.
Yes.
I think he's a very capable player in a top side, where you've got, in a way, the luxury to dip in and out of games.
Yes.
That luxury he didn't have at Arsenal, because Arsenal wasn't as dominant as they were in the early 2000s. And, I think he's a player for a top team. But I think if you have him in a team like Arsenal, I think he's just a player, and he's just not a player who performs on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And there comes a time where you've got to make a decision to maybe sacrifice him for a player who also gives you something going backwards. Because clearly, for a player who doesn't really like to defend, and he had a huge value for Germany because he was always available. He was instrumental when we did win the World Cup. He's a player who never gives the ball away. But you want to see 2, 3, 4 times in a game where he creates something. Even when you play against City or Chelsea or Manchester United, you want him to do that. And too often he didn't do that. So I would never say he's been world class. I think he's always been a player who's very capable. But I wouldn't put him in the same bracket with the greats of the last decade.
No.